I see a lot of actors talk about how the industry is so hard and how the struggle is real. May I offer you a new way of thinking? That mindset is what helps me stay sane in the industry. Hi, I am Viviana Saavedra. Welcome to my channel where I share my journey as an actress. The challenges, the bookings, the lessons, and everything in between. So first, I want to start by sharing that in the past, I used to say things like, I'm struggling, I'm having a hard time, I'm confused. And if you're somebody if you knew me, I would always say those things all the time. And I would do it unconsciously. And it wasn't helping me. So I kept finding myself confused. And I was seeing the industry, not just industry, life, as hard. And that's how I was moving about my day, feeling that way. And I wasn't having a good time. So my energy was low and I was always worried about stuff, and I was upset if I didn't get something that I wanted. Maybe more like sad. Now I decided to switch that mindset. So now I don't see it as a struggle. I don't even think like that anymore. Like, I don't even use that word. Let's just even go there. I don't even use that word. Like, if the word starts coming to my mind, I'm like, oh, you thought about it, I don't even say it. It's not gonna come out of my mouth in a way for me to say that that's how I'm feeling, because no, I don't wanna use those words. So now I see me in the industry as experiencing life. That's all I see it as. I see myself as having different experiences. For example, if I go to an audition and let's say I don't get it, or let's say I messed it up, or let's just not say I messed it up, let's say I made a mistake, right? That sounds a little extreme. I usually now, I'm like, well, what did I do that I could do better next time? And then this sounds easier than said than done. But if you practice doing it, it gets easier. I've been practicing this mindset and this way of talking to myself for a few years now, so that it's a little bit easier now. So let's talk about a practical example that I believe actors will relate to. So let's say you go to an audition and you go to a callback and you don't get picked. A lot of actors, unfortunately, they take this as a rejection and they take it personal. So because you're internalizing it in that way, if you're doing that, it can hurt your feelings. It can make you feel like you're not good enough as a person. It can hurt your self-esteem, and it can make you feel very down about yourself. But if you live it from the perspective of, that audition wasn't for me. That audition was for somebody else. It was meant for the other person that got it. Then it has nothing to do with rejection. And inside, I almost guarantee that you will feel different, because once your perspective changes, you're able to internalize things a little bit differently. So for me, when I go to an audition now that I learned, I'm like, well, if they didn't pick me, for example, I would see a commercial that I have auditioned for, or a TV, a feature film on TV. And I was like, oh, I used to be like, oh my God, that should have been me. And, I have to back up. I'm like, no, that was for that person. They're the ones that were supposed to have that role, so they got it, and I'm able to move on. I'm not internalizing it as a rejection, because is it really a rejection? Is it really a rejection? You really I want to challenge you to think about it. Are you taking it as a rejection? If you're taking it as a rejection, you're going to live in that state of feeling rejected, and it won't help you. That energy is gonna go with you And tell me if this is not true. If it's not true, just let me know. But once you feel that way and you don't deal with it, you kind of carry that, and you're gonna, it almost, that energy carries you everywhere, in your next audition, in your relationship with your friends, with your family. So it doesn't help going to an audition feeling that way, because that's energy that people feel from us, if that's the energy we're carrying. And it's just not very helpful. It doesn't help us move forward in the industry. So I just wanted to offer you a new way of thinking. Instead of feeling or thinking that you're being rejected, you can just see it as, hey, this audition was not for me. I wasn't a good fit for this audition, and that's okay. We're not gonna be a fit for every audition. We don't match every TV show. We don't match every commercial. We're not a specific type for everything. That's okay. You have a specific type where you will match, where you will fit. And then that's how the industry pretty much moves. They're looking for a specific person. So in my mind, I always think if I was the one writing a story or directing something, I'll be looking for something specific. And in the way, if I was picking, as like, let's say I'm putting myself in the shoes of a casting director, I'm looking for something specific. It has nothing to do with rejecting somebody. It's just like, this is the best person for this specific story, whatever story the director's trying to tell. So I feel like that would, thinking from that perspective, I hope it's able to help you. And don't get me wrong, I'm not making, your hard work and efforts and consistent no's, I'm not dismissing that, but I'm talking to you from experience as well, because I audition a lot. Do I get all the roles? No. Do I get some of them? Yeah. But for, I audition, let's say, I'm just going to give you a rough number. I don't remember all the numbers right now. But let's say you audition for 50 roles. Let's say I audition for 50 roles. A mix of commercials or features, TV shows. Sometimes I only book one of those. Maybe two. Maybe. So if I would live my life from a rejection perspective, if I would have that perspective, honestly, I just wouldn't do it, because that's too much to put on yourself. It's unnecessary negative energy to feel, because if to live from a perspective, from a place of being rejected, because then if you're rejected once, twice, 3 times, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you get to the 50th, it can beat you down really badly if you live from that perspective. So if I live from that perspective, I wouldn't do it. If it would beat me down to the ground in that way, I just wouldn't do it. But so I made a decision. I was like, this is how the industry works. Sometimes I will get some things and sometimes I won't. So I'm coming from a perspective of, I understand. I do a lot of work to, there's a video that I share of how long auditions take. You're welcome to go watch it, so you can feel related to what actors do. Or if you're not an actor, so you can see that, we do a lot of things for an audition that you hope you might get. You do your best. And in order to do that, you want to go with an energy that is ready to do the audition, that is hopeful, that is, you do your best because you're preparing to get it. It's that energy, it's a little bit, it's more helpful to move from that place than if you move from a place of rejection. Then when I was doing that, it was affecting my energy on my other auditions. Like, my energy was off. And I could tell when I would record my self-tapes, I'm like, something is off, because my energy was off. I was living from a place that I created in my mind: rejection, struggle, difficult. Now, I just see it as life. I'm like, this is life. I'm having experiences. I'm doing auditions. I'm so thankful I'm getting called for auditions. And when I book something, I'm like, great, this is wonderful. Thank you, God. So this is, the mindset is one of the things that keeps me sane. And I'm just a person that is just like you. The only thing I did was switch my mindset. That's all I did. So as I said at the beginning of the video, I was gonna share what keeps me the most grounded and the most sane in the industry, and that is God, Jesus. That is what keeps me the most grounded. Let me tell you why. Because no matter what happens, He gives me joy. He gives me peace. I don't have to stress. I don't have to wonder, oh, are they gonna pick me? Are they not gonna? I don't have to do that. That would, if I continue to live in that way, I was gonna go crazy. That is not the way I want to live my life. So I decided to put my faith and trust, and I fully believe that God is the one that sustains me in this industry. And not just in this industry, in life. He is my peace. He is my joy. He is my hope. No matter what happens in the industry, this peace and this joy that God gives me is so steady, so true, so above this world. I cannot make this up. It's something that it has truly changed my life. It affects me it has an effect in every area of my life. So in the industry, as I move around it, I believe that He guides my steps. If I get something, great. If I don't get something, great. I will get whatever I'm supposed to get. And I just want to be with Him. He is the most important thing for me. He is the most important thing for me. And because of that, I'm able to move in a way from peace. I don't have to stress. I don't have to wonder or to worry or to feel like I'm not good enough, because I already am. So to end, I wanted to say, I am not struggling. I am living. I hope to see you on the next video, and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.